Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for dropping by. In today's video I'm going to show you how I built my very own barbecue using an old fire grate that's been hanging around in the garden for a few years. This isn't so much a how-to video. A lot of the stuff I used to put this together was really random stuff that I had hanging around, but hopefully it'll give you some inspiration for your next project. Let's take a look.
So here I am in the garden. It's a lovely sunny day. There's my little shadow. So I've got this old fire and grate in the garden from the house refurb. It's been here for a long time and I've always thought I could do something with it, make some form of barbecue, or at least something I could cook some meat on. As you can see, it was sitting here for a long time, so I had to get this out, cleaned up, and just figure out whether it was possible to do what I was thinking of doing. So these were the three composite parts of it. There was a tray here that I thought could hold some charcoal that slides underneath this main base unit. It's really heavy cast iron. That was the initial premise of this, and then on top of that we've got the grate, which I thought was going to be great for searing steaks. Here's my little friend again. She's ripped some carpet out of the shed, having a great time. Okay, we'll just leave her to it. Ooh. So this was a concrete planter that was in the garden, and I thought actually this might work well for sitting the fire and the grate in. It was pretty solid. I thought it could retain some heat, so I got this out to have a look. It was pretty heavy, but I thought it was made well. As I said, it should retain a bit more of the heat from the bottom, certainly. I was really excited when I put it in and it actually fitted. So I wanted to make a surround for the barbecue, again just to hold some of this heat in. Yeah, making it from wood. I mean, this is very thick treated wood, so I was not that worried about it burning down or anything like that. It wasn't going to be touching the main fire inside, but this was the initial plan for that. And then I didn't tell the wife till a lot later on, but there was a really nice wicker table that I thought actually I could sit the whole thing on this. That could work. So here it is, the moment of truth on whether the top and the concrete would fit on that wicker base. And before anyone asks, yes, I am wearing Crocs. It's my garden, nobody can see me, and they are super comfortable. So here we go. This was heavy. I was worried that this might not be able to hold the weight, but look at that. It's almost like it was meant to be at this stage. I thought, do you know what? This is amazing. Could actually work. So there we had the base in place. Then I put the grate on top. Look at that. A total one-off. Yes, I was excited. Next part, I didn't have much wood left at this point in stock. One big piece and lots of little cut-offs. So I thought, actually, could I pocket hole all of these pieces together to make the surround 2 blocks high, and also a lid. So I had a few offcuts from various projects around the house. So the next part of this was just to clean this up. This couldn't be used without having a good old clean. So I got a white vinegar spray from my local store, a wire brush, and gave the whole thing a really good clean. Got the rust off it, and got it back looking pretty good, to be honest. So here's what I did with the blocks. Basically, I screwed them together using my Craig jig. It was pretty solid once I'd put all the screws in. It wasn't that, each piece wasn't that long, so I had no issues in terms of its integrity. So this was the 4 pieces. Once I screwed them all together, it was all looking good at this point. And there we go. So I hadn't screwed these together at the sides yet, but I'd managed to make 4 pieces to make a sort of internal area for the barbecue. So as you can see, I left the base free from the bottom because I wanted to be able to pull this off, access the main fire and grate below, and also be able to just take it apart if I ever wanted to. I cleaned up the whole thing, especially the bottom and the grate on top. It was all looking good at this point. And here we go. This was the initial fire just to test the integrity of it, make sure the sides weren't going to burn or anything like that. There was no problems. It was good. It was all coming along well. And here's the top I made. And there's some ash embers. Yeah, there's the top. Again, very simple process, just a few boards stuck together with some Craig screws. So I got some charcoal for this, let it go for a long time to make sure we built up enough heat, and there it is with the grate on top. Really good heat coming off that, and was kept in well by this box I'd made. So here we go, let's have a little peek inside. This was the maiden voyage with a little piece of steak, just testing it. I got some lovely marks on that. It looked absolutely fantastic. As well as the main grate for cooking, I also thought I'd add in a shelf just to put sort of, you know, sausages on or stuff I'd cooked, just to keep it off the actual main flames. So this was just a bit of chicken wire I had from when I built the chicken coop in the garden. Really easy, just cut it with a pair of cutters and stuck it in there with a staple gun. And it was a little shelf, something I could use pretty easily. So here we go. This was the second test. Got a steak on there. I've done a sausage. There's a couple of baked potatoes too. And there we go, cooking away. Some lovely sear marks on that steak from that cast iron grill. It looks great. I mean, absolutely fantastic.
You sound like you're having sex with it.
How juicy that is.
So there we have it, the DIY barbecue. Even though I've purchased a big green egg since this was put together, that little barbecue is still in use today and is still going strong. If you like that video, please subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I'll be doing some more videos in the coming weeks. Yeah, stay tuned. See you later.